My name's Doug Steiny, and I'm here at the Wim Hof workshop in San Francisco. I wanted to share my story on how I got here.
This is the incredible story of Doug Steiny and how the Wim Hof Method transformed his life after battling devastating health crises.
This story is so amazing. It was almost like God said, Doug, I know you're hard of hearing, so I'm going to have to speak up here.
2014 marked a painful chapter for Doug Steiny. As his wife endured a harrowing battle with cancer, the unrelenting stress secretly weakened Doug's immunity without him realizing. Each treatment or setback at home chipped away at his emotional reserves. Nearly broken from supporting his ailing wife, a ray of hope emerged for Doug in the form of Wim Hof. Drawn to Hof's teachings on resilience, Doug attended the Iceman's workshop, searching for strength he could no longer find within. In this gripping saga, we delve into the transformational odyssey, sparked by Doug's encounter with the Iceman's teachings. Little did he know that this choice would mark a pivotal turning point, rejuvenating not just his body, but his very spirit. As we unravel this tale of triumph over seemingly insurmountable odds, we invite you to share your thoughts. Join the conversation and let your voice be heard as we journey through the extraordinary story of Doug Steiny and the Iceman's realm. So what is the Wim Hof Method and how can it help? The Wim Hof Method is a regimen developed by athlete Wim Hof that combines specialized breathing techniques, cold therapy, and mindset training. The main components of the method are cyclic hyperventilation, exercises meant to alkalize the blood, followed by long breath retentions to trigger a response akin to that of deep meditation. Additionally, the method utilizes incremental exposure to frigid temperatures, such as in ice baths or cold showers, in order to activate the body's innate immune response and foster resilience. Followers claim benefits ranging from reduced inflammation to improved concentration and emotional control from practicing the Wim Hof Method. Little did Doug know this choice marked a turning point both for his mental freedom and physical vitality. The difficult road leading him to that San Francisco seminar served a purpose. Only by nearly shattering could Doug rebuild himself even stronger. Fate dealt another blow when Doug's son arrived home stricken with whooping cough. While not normally alarming, even a mild illness threatened Doug's immunocompromised wife battling cancer. A single contagious breath could prove fatal. Doug agonized. How to shield his ailing wife from this invisible enemy? He had no choice but to reluctantly quarantine their son. However, soon, Doug realized the greater danger came from within. Unable to escape while caring for his coughing child, Doug soon contracted whooping cough himself. The months-long illness ravaged Doug's already battered body in seclusion. Each racking cough painfully echoed their helplessness. With his wife warring with one disease and Doug battling another, the months stretched on in distressing uncertainty. Their vows were now truly sickness and health, as external assaults threatened to break the family for good. Only their faith in each other endured. The nightmare increased when a doctor friend confronted Doug. "You're not looking good." Alarmed at Doug's deteriorating condition, he urged immediate hospitalization that evening. Little did Doug grasp, this was the precipice of disaster. Within hours of arrival, agony blazed through Doug's body in waves as paralysis took hold, shockingly fast. By morning, he was frozen helplessly. Doctors identified the attacker, Guillain-Barre syndrome, a rare disorder devouring the nervous system's protective nerve layers. The prognosis pierced Doug's heart. Permanent paralysis loomed as a 50-50 possibility. Recovery, if even achievable, would slog through 18 to 24 months of excruciating baby steps, reteaching his body each motion. This sadistic syndrome progresses paralyzation up scanned limbs. Victims experience escalating numbness, weakness, and pain as Guillain-Barre slowly consumes control. Doug could only watch as the merciless condition swallowed his legs inch by inch, threatening to claim his last trace of movement if it reached his vital organs. Once robust health was now a rapidly fading memory taunting Doug. In its place stood a terrifying coin toss, full paralysis versus the hope of relearning how to walk, move, and breathe. Only tireless faith could weather such a nightmare. Paralyzed in his hospital bed, Doug confronted life's cruelest irony. Just weeks ago, he was caretaker for his cancer-stricken wife. Now fully dependent on others, his own survival hung by a thread. The darkest hour came when Doug's 11-year-old daughter appeared at his bedside. Tears flooding her frightened eyes, she pleaded, "Daddy, are you going to be okay?" Doug yearned to comfort her. Mustering conviction, he replied, "Yeah, honey, Daddy's going to be just fine." But doubt plagued the girl's quivering voice. "You have to promise, Daddy, and you can't break it." In that instant, Doug grasped this vow would lift him from the abyss. He made the solemn pledge. Peering at his daughter, Doug knew he'd walk again no matter the odds. Keeping his word fueled an unshakable belief. He would take each arduous step back to embrace his family. Where medicine failed, a child's faith would deliver him whole. Doug clung to hope even facing steep odds. If determination alone could will his legs to walk, Doug would crawl from hell itself to reunite with family. After a bleak month bedridden, he returned home still overwhelmingly paralyzed. There, Doug confronted new helplessness, unable to comfort his wife, still battling cancer's cruelty. Meanwhile, his 15-year-old son looked on crestfallen as his once vigorous father struggled just to stand. But one day, Doug's boy bounded hopeful into the room, exclaiming he'd discovered a miracle man named Wim Hof, whose extreme training fortified the body's defenses. "Dad, this guy's immune system is so strong he can't get sick," the teenager enthused. Doug knew the claim dubious, but understood his son's deeper yearning. The boy ached to resolve his father's suffering from Guillain-Barré's relentless attacks. If this radical training could somehow revive Doug's ravaged nerves, how could he refuse trying? For his family's sake, he committed to the icy challenge ahead. Though oblivious to the brutal regimen coming, Doug agreed to his son's plea. "You bet I can do it." Armed with only a father's desperate love, Doug leapt into the icy healing program. In only 10 grueling weeks, the Wim Hof Method utterly transformed this shattered patient. Against all science, Doug emerged symptom-free in 8 months from the depths of hopeless paralysis. He was 64 at the time, and awed gratitude fills Doug. This second incarnation under his skin feels amazing. The man gazing back appears 20 years younger, strength dense as cordwood. Now sea swims of 2 miles pose no challenge to Doug's restored chassis. Yogic feats like effortless splits leave Doug amazed at this second chance. "It's just not like me," he marvels. 300 pounds bow gracefully as he deadlifts, joint-free and agile. Recovery's final miracle comes in reclaiming fierce athleticism, destining Doug to inspire others crushed by circumstance. Some might brand it hyperbole, but disciples know, through science or magic, the Wim Hof Method raises cripples like Lazarus from wheelchairs and hospital beds. All limits perish in its wake. As living proof, Doug now prepares his next summit to plant the gospel's seeds anew. The Iceman cometh. Doug's story is a testament to the power of the human spirit to overcome adversity through faith, family, and unconventional methods like the Wim Hof Method. But you really need to stimulate and stress your autonomic nervous system to be healthy. Can the human spirit truly conquer the most formidable challenges through unconventional methods? Have you encountered moments that tested your resilience? So go do it. You can be healthy, happy, and strong.